and welcome to Think About It, where we have two primary goals. One, to get you to think about it, and two, to just make more sense than the sophomoric union demonstrations going on in Wisconsin. I have to ask a question that's long overdue, and I thought perhaps would be asked on the level of the national media, but I should have known better. Here's my question. When radical Islam was making some outrageous claims threatening violence and then declaring its desire to build a mosque near Ground Zero, several leading voices from around the country came out and called on moderate Islam to denounce the actions of the radicals. It seemed like a reasonable request. Now let's transfer our focus to Madison, Wisconsin, where in the face of lecture after lecture on civil discourse, on the danger of putting things like crosshair graphics on one's website, we see parades of union thugs carrying around signs that compare Governor Walker to Hitler. We see them comparing him to dictators. We have seen video of union thugs shoving other protesters, and now we see the 1960s style sit-in at the state capitol, which doesn't appear to be headed towards any peaceful ending anytime soon. And my question is this. There are tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, of thoughtful, caring, dedicated, hard-working, blue-collar members of unions in this country. Why aren't any of you denouncing the tactics of your leadership? Why is it accepted that in this particular aspect of American life, it's okay to behave like a thug and a criminal? Why does nobody think it seems odd to have shouting matches, obscene signs, shoving, sit-ins, and all of these other things when adult conversation would serve a much better purpose in reaching a resolution? I don't get it. I don't understand how we went to a mentality that says everyone has a right to health care and a pension plan that's supplied by somebody else. I don't know, the word right is not used correctly. It's not a right. It may be something that was bargained for, it may be a privilege, it may be a benefit, but it keeps leading me back to a question. That if the changes to those jobs are becoming so onerous and making those jobs so incredibly unattractive, change jobs. If you're a teacher because you absolutely love children and you love the process of education, that's a separate matter entirely from what is being protested, and violently so. If you don't like it, don't do it. Now that is a right you do have. So I'm calling on the sane members of unions in our country to force your leadership, who by the way takes your dollars, force them into civil conversations. Force them into thoughtful contemplation of the policies that they're putting forth on your behalf. Because here's what's happening, unfortunately. You, the thoughtful, caring, hard-working person in the union, you're being made to look bad. It's kind of like guilt by association. It's not fair to you. But it is happening. And perhaps the best, most obvious solution is for you to do something about it. Think about it.